Hey everyone, welcome to another video. This video is going to be very exciting because I'm going to be showing you what I got from the Catrice 2023 Spring Summer Update. I recently did a video talking about all the things that they're releasing, and I actually managed to snag a few things that I was really excited about, and I'm going to show them to you today and try them out. So let's get into it. So I got the things that I was most excited about. There are many more new products, but these were the things that I was really into, that I really wanted to see. If you want to know what else there is, check out my other video. But okay, let's just get into it. I am just gonna kind of try and do a look with the products that I have here, but I'm first gonna quickly show you what I got. Okay, so first up, what I was really excited to try is the All Over Glow Tint. And this is a liquid highlighter for eyes, cheeks, and lips. So you're supposed to be able to use this different ways. I think today I'm gonna try it on the cheeks first and see how I feel about it, see what kind of formula it is, and then maybe I will try different ways. I got the shade Keep Blushing 020, so this is the more pinky shade. We also have a champagne and a more bronzy shade, but I thought that this was gonna be the shade that I would like the most. Then I also got one of the Catrice Plump It Up Lip Boosters with Menthol. I got the kind of orangey shade, which is called 070 Fake It Till You Make It. So it seems to have kind of like a bronzy base and then like a duochrome orangey shimmer. In some of the lighting when I did the swatches, you could really see how brown this base actually was. But then just the shimmer in this makes it a really interesting shade, and that's why I wanted to pick this one up. This one actually smells really interesting. By the way, it has a huge doe foot, like so huge. It smells very fresh, like sweet and like candy, but in a very fresh, like summery way. I actually really like the scent of this. Like, I think this is the best smelling Catrice product that I have tried. Can't wait to actually try it on my lips. Then I also got the Cheek Flirt Face Stick in the shade 030 Rock and Rose. So this is the lightest shade of the three. There's also like a coral and a brighter pink. When I came on the website where I bought these, this was the last one left, but this was the shade that I really wanted to try, so I was really happy about it. In the swatch, it looks really glowy, like nice and glowy, so I am actually really excited to see what Catrice's take on a cream blush stick is, because I don't feel like I've tried many cream products from them, so this is gonna be really fun. And by the way, I really wanted to try their oil infused marble blush, the Dear Dahlia something. I really wanted to try that one, but that one was already sold out, so I'm probably gonna try and get that later on. But I just wanted to get this video up and try some things out, and I'm pretty sure that quality is gonna be really good because I love the oil infused blush that I already have. So I didn't want to wait for that one to film this video, but you'll probably see it sometime later on my channel because I love that formula. Next up, I bought a product that's a little bit different for me, that I am usually not really looking at, but because it's Catrice and we had some fun shades, I was like, okay, I want to try one of these Calligraph Artist Matte Liners. So this is a felt tip liner, and I got the shade Ocean Flirt, which is kind of like a cornflower blue, which I love these types of shades, and I've been kind of thinking about doing a bit of a graphic liner, and I thought that this was so up my alley, like this shade. I think I could use this a lot if this is good. It looked good in the swatch. I liked the pigment in the swatch, so I can't wait to actually try this out. And if I really like it, I might try another shade as well, but I just wanted to grab one first just to see how I felt about it, haha, felt tip liner. But yeah, I actually think that's gonna be really fun, and that was one of the things that I was most excited about in my earlier video. Then I also got one of the Scandalous matte lipsticks. I actually got the shade 030, and it is called Me Right Now. So this is in the traditional Catrice bullet, the traditional packaging that they always have. They keep coming out with different lines and different formulas, like different names of collections of lines, and then it's in the same packaging and it's basically the same thing. They keep doing this. I don't know why I keep falling for it, but I thought that this shade looked really nice and that's why I picked it up, because it looks kind of like a cool tone, mid-tone brown, a little bit like a milky brown, which is a type of shade that I really like. So if I can get it for this price in the Catrice formula, which I usually really like, I'm into that. So I want to try that. And then lastly, something that I have really high hopes for is the Holiday Skin Bronze and Glow palette. We have a bronzer in here and we have a highlighter in here. And this is 010 Out of Office. We only have one colorway of this one, which is kind of sad, but it looks like it's gonna be a good shade for me. And what I really like about this palette is I love the Holiday Skin luminous bronzers that they came out with a little while ago, like last year I think. But this one, the lightest one, is a bit light. Like, it's good for me for the winter, but it's a little bit on the light side. And then the deeper one is a bit too deep for me. But I feel like this one, this new shade, is a little bit in between. So I am very excited to try that one out and see if it is the same formula, but just in a better shade. Like, not exactly a better shade, because I really love the lightest shade of that luminous bronzer. Like, it's one of my favorite bronzers in my collection, if not my favorite powder bronzer. But this is just very intriguing to me. All right, you saw some swatches, you saw some close-ups. Let's get into the application. Okay, I already applied some eye primer, but I took all of the other makeup I was wearing today off my face. I have been working all day. I was at the office all day, came home, and this was waiting for me. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna film, but if I look a little bit rough, that is the reason. I also feel like I'm overheating a little bit, like I'm pretty warm. I'm a little bit red. Sorry about that, it's pretty warm in this apartment right now. This is just me heating up. Okay, so my plan for the eyes. I actually didn't buy a eyeshadow palette. I didn't feel like the eyeshadow palettes that were available were up my alley, and I just wanted to grab the things that I would really enjoy. So I have a plan. I'm gonna use this as kind of like a base for the eyeshadow, and then I'm gonna put the Calligraph liner on top. So I'm just gonna grab the bronzer and the highlighter and kind of structure the eye with that. And I'm not really gonna judge it according to this technique, because I usually don't really do anything like this. Okay, just grabbing a little bit of the bronzer. The formula seems really similar to the other Holiday Skin bronzers, like very creamy. It has the same scent. It has this kind of like matte creaminess that I really love, and just a nice amount of pigment that isn't too pigmented. I can already see on my eyes that this is gonna be a very nice bronzer. I really like this type of bronzers. I like really glowy bronzers as well, but this is also really up my alley. Just that very skin-like creamy bronze. Okay, I'm gonna take the highlighter on my finger and kind of apply that on the lid. It's not gonna be like super sparkly or anything, because it's supposed to be a face highlighter, but just gonna see what this does. I think it looks pretty cute for the idea that I have in mind. Kind of like blending it all together. I just want to have a slightly structured, kind of glowy eyelid. Just kind of subtle. And now the Calligraph liner. I don't think I've ever truly used an eyeliner like this in my life, and I'm kind of scared. Like, this might be the moment you find out that I'm actually terrible at makeup and that I do not deserve to be a beauty YouTuber. Yeah, I really do not know how this is gonna go, but I really hope it's gonna be good. But if it doesn't work out, it's like we do not know if it's the eyeliner or me. I'm gonna get close up to this mirror and see if I can make this work for me. Alright, let's start somewhere. Okay, this looks very wonky already. Okay, that is kind of going well. Okay, I like the pigment. The pigment is good. I like the precision. Alright, I actually think, but of course, do not trust me like 100%. I am not the expert here, but I actually think that this is going quite well. Like, maybe not what I'm doing exactly, but I like the shade. Really beautiful shade of blue. Right, apparently this side is much more difficult. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. I'm really focused right now. Trying to make this look somewhat decent. I think the liner itself actually is really like good, like pigmented, and the felt tip is precise and it doesn't like dry up. But what I am doing, let's not talk about it too much. Okay, I think we have something I can kind of live with, and to be honest, for this being the first time ever that I'm applying an eyeliner, I think it's pretty good. Okay, I kind of had this vision of a like graphic liner. Am I putting blue all over myself? Like applying it over here. Should I try that or should I accept what I have right now? Alright, this is me experimenting. I have no idea if I'm gonna be able to do this on the other side. No clue. Okay, it's not exactly even, but it's also not the worst thing I've ever done in my life. Alright, I feel like I don't really know how to feel actually. I feel like this is gonna hopefully come together when I put on some mascara. Let's just agree to not look at this too up close. I'm gonna put on some mascara and I'm gonna put something in my brows and then see how I feel about it. But like, aside from my actual skills, I think this is a good eyeliner. Alright, so this is the eye look with mascara and brows, and I actually think it looks kind of cute. Like, don't look at it from too up close, but I think I'm gonna practice a little bit and try and do this more. Okay, let's move on. I've spent enough time on this eyeliner. Let's move on with the Holiday Skin bronzer. Let's see how this applies. It's pretty pigmented, like not too pigmented, but it really picks up and it is like a little bit crumbly, but it translates on the skin as being like really blurring and kind of creamy. I really like the way that looks. Ooh, this might become my favorite shade of these Holiday Skin bronzers because this is just right in between the two that they had before, and I just felt a little bit like in between in like summer, spring, summer, because I can get like pretty tan, but not as tan as the deepest shade of these bronzers. Like for the deeper shade to work on me. Okay, I really like this. My kind of red skin is a little bit distracting, but I just opened the window and I tried to kind of fix it, but I couldn't do it as quickly as I wanted to. So I kind of gave up, but trust me, this is a really nice bronzer. I love the subtle glow that it has and it looks very natural on skin. Okay, I'm gonna zoom you out just a little bit so you can kind of see. Okay, like this, like this. I hope you can see what I mean. It's just very natural and it just looks very good on the skin. I really like it. That was really easy to apply, like so easy. By the way, I really want to try the plumper right now. I just want to put this on because my lips feel kind of dry and I want to end with the lipstick. So I'm going to be putting this on. It just smells so good. It is very warm toned, very cooling. I can feel it on my tongue. I can feel the mintiness burning my tongue. Alright, this is a Plump. I feel like I've never used a lip plumper that I thought was too painful, but I can imagine that some people are gonna find this too painful. They were not kidding when they said this was a lip plumper. Okay, but it feels really nice, like not too sticky, not too thick, not too thin, kind of hydrating, but the plump people is there. I can really imagine myself wearing this shade in the summer. Like, it really has that bronziness to it. It is not too like extremely orange, I feel. But if you would apply this on top of a different color, like an orange lipstick or a nude lipstick or a brown, I think that would actually be really cool. Like, you could really mix it up with this. This kind of like is so mentally that it kind of burns. I don't mind it, but just be aware of that. Okay, I'm gonna apply the Rock and Rose face stick now. It seems to be very creamy. I'm gonna try what happens if I apply to the face like this. I'm just gonna do one cheek first. This is a very cool toned, like a rosy pink. I just want to see how this is gonna look. Okay, it blends out really easily. and it definitely has a natural glow, but it's not like extremely shiny or dewy, and it definitely doesn't have any shimmer in it. Just applying a little bit more and blending it out just to see if it builds up. It doesn't pick up any of the makeup I have underneath. It doesn't pick up the bronzer. Okay, I actually really like how this looks. Like, this is a gorgeous blush. I'm just gonna apply it the same way on the other side. I do feel like it feels a little bit tuggy almost when you apply it to the cheeks, but then when you blend it out, it's like really easy. You just have to be a little bit careful, I think, with that first application, that you don't like tug too much at your makeup that you already have on. If you feel like that happens, you could just go in with the brush on top of the stick to kind of make sure that it doesn't like take away any of your makeup. Just gonna blend out the edges a little bit. But I actually really like how this blended and how this looks. I feel like now it's kind of coming together. Okay, so I had to take a little break, but I think my face is kind of cooled off a bit. And now I can really see how nice and glowy my cheeks look. Like, this glow is so beautiful. It's not shimmery, it's just very healthy looking. I am so impressed. It is drying down, but I can feel like the faintest hint of creaminess. It still feels a little bit creamy. It's not like cream to powder, but it's nothing that feels sticky. And by the way, this gloss looks so good. It absolutely looks amazing. I am so impressed. I wasn't expecting this to feel and look so juicy, but it does. Okay. We have 2 more products to try. I am gonna apply the liquid highlighter to my cheeks. This one felt really creamy in the swatch, so I'm really curious to see how this works out. It definitely isn't like super deep. When you swatch it, it is not as deep as you would think looking at the tube. It's kind of natural actually. Like, that didn't make a big impact. Let's apply a little bit more over here. I'm just gonna like do one cheek first and see what I think about the technique. Okay, so we can apply like quite a bit of this. By the way, I'm using a brush, a highlighter brush from Lunar Beauty. I always like to use this for liquid highlighters. For me, this really works well. Okay, so I really like how this is looking. What do you think? It is very glowy, but it's definitely a buildable highlighter. You can apply just a little bit and it will look more natural. I do feel like there's a slight cast, like a slight shadow where it kind of ends. So I'm gonna try and blend that with my blush brush and just see if I can mesh this all together. Okay, I like it like that. I like it like this. That is a really nice highlighter. Actually, I really like the shade. It's a little bit of an icy pink. Okay, I'm gonna apply it to the other side as well. Just using the same technique, using the same brush. Once again, I feel like if you don't do anything, at least in the order that I'm doing it, you will see a little bit of a line. So I'm just taking my brush and kind of blending it in. It does take away some of the blindingness, but I feel like it blends in better. I feel like the best order with this highlighter would be applying it first maybe. But in the end, I feel like it blended out quite nicely and it looks quite good. I do have to say, the blush on its own already looked so good. I didn't feel like I really needed highlighter as well. But there you have it, the all over glow highlighter. I'm just gonna take the tiniest bit on a small brush and apply it to my inner corners and just see if I like it. So I'm taking a little bit on a small brush and I just want to see if I like it, like on another place than my cheeks. Now I'm just gonna take a little bit and apply it to my forehead, and I'm just gonna like put a little bit on the brush itself, kind of blend it out like this. Okay, I think I like this technique. Might try that in the future to really get the blend that I want. I think that is looking pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna take off what I have on my lips right now and I'm gonna try the lipstick. I just applied a little bit of the NYX Line Loud lip pencil in Global Citizen, and now I'm gonna apply the Scandalous Matte 030 Me right now. This one has kind of like a nutty scent. It smells a little bit like nuts, a little bit sweet. I kind of like it. Okay, I think it looks nice. It feels lightweight. It feels slightly creamy, but it does look matte. I actually really like how this feels. Like a very lightweight, effortless, still kind of hydrating, but still matte looking lip. It has a slight like satinness to it, but it's not too satin. This is a type of matte lipstick that I personally like. And for the very last step, I'm just gonna apply a little bit of the lip plumper on top because I just want to see what it looks like, and I'm very like impressed with this one. Alright, so this is gonna be the finished look. I really like how this came out. I really like how everything came together, like the cheeks, the eyeliner, the lips. Let's just quickly go over the products. Okay, first up, the Holiday Skin Bronze and Glow Palette. I haven't tried this highlighter on my face, but the bronzer I really liked. It's really creamy, very skin-like. I think it looks great, and the color, like the shade of this I really like. It is a neutral bronzer, a little bit like an in-between shade. It's gonna work for a lot of people. So far, I'm really excited about this, and I just really love the formula. Then we have the Cheek Flirt Face Stick. I think this blush looks amazing on the cheeks. Very glowy, but it's not sticky. I really like this shade, and I'm just very impressed. I'm very impressed with what they did with this. There's just something about the glow that this has. It is very cute, very beautiful. I think it's also going to be very nice for like spring, summer looks. Then we have the All Over Glow Tint. I really like it so far. It does completely dry down. It's pretty easy to blend. I do want to try it a little bit with different techniques, different brushes, applying it first under the blush and then applying this on top of it, and just kind of seeing what I can do with it. But so far I think it looks really nice and it really blended in well. I just had to go over with the blush brush a little bit to make everything look more seamless. Then we have the Plump It Up Lip Booster. This is actually one of my faves of this video. It looks so juicy, so beautiful on the lips, very bronzy. I'm a huge fan. It smells amazing. It is very mentally, but I don't really mind it. I think that this is gonna be a very interesting line, and I'm gonna like keep an eye out when this comes to store what other shades are gonna be there, because I am a fan. I really like it. I would recommend checking that one out. Then we have the Calligraph Artist Liner. I have to say I'm pretty impressed. It worked pretty well for a person that is not used to working with eyeliners like this. It worked like well, it was easy enough. I love the pigment, I love how this came out. I am excited about this. I think this is a pretty good one, but of course I haven't really tried other ones, but I think it's a pretty good one and I'm excited to use that more, and I would say that it came out pretty nicely. And then the very last product that I tested out, the Scandalous Matte Lipstick. I actually thought it felt really nice on the lips. I really like the color. I have to try it out a little bit more, see how it really wears, but so far it felt really good, and I can wait to try this out more. Okay, that's gonna be everything for this video. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video if you liked it, and don't forget to subscribe, and let me know which of these products you are the most excited about. Are you gonna be picking any of them up or other ones from the new Catrice update? I'd love to hear from you, and then I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.